So my wife asked me to look at her teddy bear collection. Now, she's seen my game collection plenty of times, so I'm not... Huh? Teddy Boy? Released in 1986 for the Sega Master System by Sega. Let's pop it in and see what it's all about. Teddy Boy, originally known in the arcade as Teddy Boy Blues, is a reference to the hit 1985 song Teddy Boy Blues by J-pop star of the 80s, Yoko Ishino. A sprite of Ishino would appear on the title screen and on the bonus rounds. Now, the Master System dropped all those references, and the game is simply called Teddy Boy. So for the story, you must scramble from one nightmarish maze to another, bumping off bugs, guppies, snails, dominoes, and more as you go. But beware, you must avoid the ugly Den, a snapping dragon head, or you'll be forced to wake up to reality. Each level is a maze that you must make your way through, shooting and avoiding enemies, and to win, you must destroy all those enemies and collect the orbs they leave behind. You have 3 lives, and there is a daunting 50 stages. There are dice scattered throughout the levels, and these are what the enemies are hiding in. The number on the dice corresponds to how many enemies are inside. Every couple of rounds, there is a bonus round that will come up. In these, the object is to destroy as many dice as possible and collect as many points as you can. The round ends when you run out of time, or when you make contact with a metal slug. Okay, now the visuals. One thing you might notice is the death animation is extremely similar to last week's Alex Kidd. As for the levels, they're bright. The creatures and enemies, they look okay, but there's not really a huge variety, in my opinion. It's got a very early home console look, if that makes sense, and you may notice that each level, it seems to be endless, but in fact, it's a giant loop. So you can go as far as you want to the right, and you'll end up back where you started. And the same goes if you go in any direction. Now, there's very little variety here as well in the audio department, but man, that main theme, that gets me bopping. I love it, it's very catchy. As for the controls, I reckon they did a really good job here. His movement and his speed of shots feels good. It's on point. No complaints. So from what I can remember, I got this one from a Facebook marketplace find. But I've got to say that from level 3 onwards, this game is brutal. As for pricing, cart will run you about 25, maybe 30. And complete's looking around, 45, 50, maybe less. That's not too bad considering the market these days, honestly. Okay, so that was Teddy Bear. Teddy Boy. So, that was Teddy Bear. Teddy Boy. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good retro puzzle game. But, I don't know, this one just, it didn't really click with me. As I said, I loved that main theme. That's very catchy, very enjoyable. Other than that, it's a bit too difficult and just kind of bland. It was one of the first Master System games, and it was also an arcade port, so you know how it is. But yeah, now unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, this will have to be bumping off guppies. I guess I will be See, it says right there, bumping off guppies. Bumping off guppies in the barrel of shame. You know, in retrospect, there are no bad games. This isn't really bad, it's just a bit bland. So, I've certainly played worse. See you later.